Have you ever seriously wondered if there's an actual concrete plan to get rich, especially if you're starting from absolute zero? Well, we're about to break down a clear four-step guide that's designed to do just that. It's all about transforming your financial future, right from the ground up. Okay, so the very first thing we need to get our heads around is this one concept that might be holding you back right now. It's called the performance gap. Think of it like this. It's simply the distance between where you are today and where you ultimately want to be. The entire secret to building wealth, it's all about closing this gap. And here's the real kicker. While most people's financial lives kind of wander all over the place, the wealthy, they are laser focused, almost obsessed with one single thing: closing that gap. For them, it's not a hobby, it's a mission. So, the big question is, how do you actually start closing that gap? Well, step one is all about finding your productive zone. This is that one sweet spot where you should be focusing all of your energy. First step, I want you to grab a piece of paper or open a note on your phone and really think about this. What do you genuinely love doing? And don't hold back. It could be anything: car racing, traveling, even playing video games. Just write down whatever gets you excited. All right, next, for just a minute, forget about what you love. Now ask yourself, what are you actually good at? Like, what are your real skills? Are you a great public speaker? A natural-born leader? Maybe you're amazing at carpentry. Be brutally honest about your talents. And finally, here's the reality check. What will people actually open their wallets for? Which of your skills are actually in demand in the real world? This could be consulting, building things with your hands, or designing stuff online. Now, when you find that magical spot where these three circles overlap, bam, you found your productive zone. It's the perfect intersection where your passion keeps you going, your skill means you're great at it, and the market demand ensures you get paid. This is the absolute key to avoiding burnout and staying in the game for the long haul. Okay, step two is where we turn that productive zone into a real actionable strategy. Once you've found your thing, you need the right wealth vehicles to actually drive you forward. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have $1 million in assets or $1 million yearly income? Now think about it. Assets are your safety net, right? But income is your cash flow. The thing is, why choose? The real goal here is to have both, and that means you need two different strategies working together. I want you to think of it like this. You need a fast, nimble motorcycle to go out there and actively earn money. That's your side hustle, born from your productive zone. But at the exact same time, you need a steady, reliable sidecar that passively grows that money for you. That's your investment plan. One earns, the other grows. You need both. And that sidecar, it's way simpler than you probably think. The best strategy is to just set it and forget it. Seriously. You open an investment account, you pick a broad market fund, like an S&P 500 index fund, and then you automate your investments. It's the consistency that builds wealth, not trying to be a genius and time the market. And the power of that simple little plan is just staggering. If we assume the historical market average, investing just £5, that's about $6, every single day could grow into over £7 million in 40 years. That's not a typo. That is the magic of compound interest. So, you've found your zone, you've got your vehicles. Now for step three, and this is where we avoid the biggest mistake most people make. You have to focus all of your resources, because trying to do everything at once is a surefire way to stall out completely. I mean, we've all heard this, right? You need 7 streams of income. But here's the truth. Early on, that is a recipe for total disaster. It just scatters your most valuable resources, your time, your money, and your energy. And you end up feeling busy, but you're not actually getting anywhere. For most people, this is what their resources look like. After the day job, everything is just fragmented. Maybe 15% goes to your social life, another 15% to scrolling TikTok, 15% to your Xbox, and that leaves this tiny little sliver for the side hustle that's supposed to change your entire life. See the problem? To change the game, you need radical focus. This means ruthlessly cutting those distractions. You trade mindless scrolling and gaming for productive work, and you redirect that massive chunk of your resources. Pouring 55% of your energy into your side hustle, that is how you dramatically shorten the time it takes to hit your goals. This quote just nails the mindset you need. Look, everybody has obstacles. Everybody. The key is whether you see them as challenges to figure out or as excuses to give up. Excuses will keep that performance gap wide open forever. Finding a way is what closes it. And you know what? Finding that way gets easier with every single problem you solve. And that brings us to the final and honestly, the most powerful step of all. Compounding isn't just for money. The real engine of wealth is what's between your ears. You have to compound your knowledge. See, real, lasting wealth is built on a foundation of wisdom. Think of it like this. Your basic education, that's the foundation. On top of that, you start layering practical, real-world skills from your side hustle. Then, with experience, you start to see patterns that other people miss. And each new insight builds on the last, creating this incredible tower of wisdom that makes every single decision you make in the future that much better. This is the perfect thought to wrap things up. Now, Einstein might have been talking about money, but this principle is 1,000 times more powerful when you apply it to knowledge. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Are you ready to start earning the rewards of compounding, not just in your bank account, but in your own expertise?